Today, you're going to be creating your presentation that will wrap up our literature and context unit. Your presentation needs to demonstrate that you are able to analyze how historical allusions add meaning to a text. Remember, we've been thinking about the text as affected by the world that the author lives in. So, how do the details of the world in which the author lives actually affect its meaning, and how do they help us better understand a text if we understand those details? All right, first and foremost, if you have not finished watching A Raisin in the Sun, you need to go back to Google Classroom and finish watching it. The video is there. Make sure that you are adding to your thematic topic note cards. So if you have some extra details to add to the back of cards that you already have, or you need to create some new cards, go ahead and make sure you are doing that as you watch the end of the film. All right, once you are done watching the film, you are ready to work with your group on this common task. So here's the actual common task. With the group, research a historical allusion or detail from a work and deliver a multimedia presentation explaining how it informs readers' understanding of the work. This is your final common task for this unit, so it's worth 50 points. You want to make sure that you are paying attention to all of the pieces that are required. All right, your presentation is going to be presented on Friday. So your whole group needs to be ready to present on Friday. Now, I know that we are in the middle of testing, so if testing makes that impossible, I still expect you to be working diligently on your slideshow. And so even if testing messes up our plans, and even if you are out of class for testing, your slideshow needs to be finished by noon on Saturday. So make sure that your slide, as well as the group slide, is ready by noon on Saturday. All right, here are the specific instructions. You're going to work with your group to create a multimedia slideshow in Google Slides. This assignment is being completed in Google Classroom. All right, the first thing you need to do is, as a group, you need to identify a thematic topic for your slideshow. Now, if you are choosing to do A Raisin in the Sun, you need to make sure that you've already got these. You've got them on your index cards. You've already identified topics. All right, as a group, after you've identified your topic, you're going to choose 3 allusions from either To Kill a Mockingbird or A Raisin in the Sun that support the topic your group has chosen. Now, you need to make sure that you choose one of those texts. You are not doing this presentation for both. So your 3 allusions need to be from one or the other, not both. All right, after you've selected your 3 allusions, you want to look at them carefully. And then with your group, you want to create one slide that identifies the topic and the theme for the work that you have chosen. So remember, a theme is the author's ideas or opinions or beliefs about the topic. So after you've picked a topic and looked at those allusions, you want to come up with a theme statement that tells your audience what the writer thinks about the topic. All right, after you have finished that one group slide, that's the first slide of your slideshow, each person in the group is responsible for creating one slide that explains the allusions. So you're going to create the first slide all together, and then each person is going to create one slide with one allusion. All right, let's take a quick look at all the information that needs to be on your allusion slide. All right, make sure that you have a title. Make sure that you tell us what the allusion is in that title. All right, you are going to want to explain the context in the quote. So you're going to want to summarize what's happening in the story in the moment before the allusion is included, and then include the line from the text that includes the allusion. Now, you've already done this work. If you are doing To Kill a Mockingbird, you have all of this information on your allusion capture sheet. If you are doing A Raisin in the Sun, you also have all of this information on the capture sheet from when we were watching the film. All right, the next thing you need to include on your slide is the history. So you want to provide enough details about the event or person being referenced that a person with no knowledge of the reference would understand it. So again, you've already done this research. You looked up information for both A Raisin in the Sun, allusions in A Raisin in the Sun, as well as allusions in To Kill a Mockingbird. So go back to those capture sheets from both when you read and when you were viewing, and look at the research that you've already done. All right, this is a multimedia presentation, so your slide needs to include a multimedia element, and that can be a video, a song, an audio recording, a photo, or any other element that is not text. And your multimedia element needs to be related to this illusion. So perhaps your illusion references a historical event and you go and find video of that historical event. That would be an acceptable example of a multimedia piece. All right, the last thing your slide needs to include is analysis. So you need to explain how your illusion develops the theme that your group identified in your first slide. All right, so you're going to explain what the illusion is in the context, quote, history, and multimedia. And then you're going to explain how it helps to develop the theme, the author's ideas about the topic. All right, there is a sample of this slide in Google Classroom, so you could literally just copy and paste it. It's at the end of the slideshow with your name on it. All right, just make sure that you delete all of these notes as you enter your own information. And of course, don't forget to put your name on your slide. You are being graded individually on your slides, so make sure you put your name on it. The handout has all of the elements that you need to include, so make sure you are following the handout so you know all of the elements that need to be included. I will be online on and off today, so if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, work hard, be ready to present on Friday.